Hi, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. My name's FM Jellico, and you're watching the Dafuge Challenge, episode 93, with Enfield Town FC. Since the Wolves game, our form has been even. 2 wins, 2 losses, and a draw. The draw came at Derby County, which was the game right after Wolves. That was away, a 1-1. Ryan Hedges with a 14th minute goal for Derby. Phil Colwell, a 2nd minute penalty kick. I had really hoped that would kind of get things going on the right foot, but after Derby County scored, we both just kind of sat back and didn't do much. Derby was actually more active in the second half, but a lot of their shots were just from distance, and they weren't anywhere near the goal. Tim Gardner had a pretty horrible game, and I took him out. Hank Kremer, again, was not very good. But it's getting late in the season. The guys are getting tired. One of the hazards of running a small squad like I do is that they don't get a lot of rest. So starting to rotate players in a bit more in the hopes that will help us along. Didn't exactly work out against Sheffield United, who, at the time we played them, I want to say were 3rd or 4th. This was a pretty back and forth game that we ended up losing 4-3. Gustavo Diaz got us on the board first with a 16th minute goal. Then Stankovic had a 32nd minute goal to give us a 2-0 lead. But then Collie Woodrow and John Lundstrom scored goals 5 minutes apart in the 33rd and 38th minute to tie things up. Will Perry had a 46th minute goal right after the half started. And then Corey Jordan had an own goal for Sheffield United that tied the game up. And then Carl Fullwood had a 68th minute goal to put the game away. Sheffield United was just way, way better than us. The guys were tired. It showed. We had 8 shots, 3 on target. Sheffield United had 20 shots, 10 on target. We also had a woodwork hit. We had the same number of clear-cut chances, but they had more half chances. And we were just, as you can see, we were wild. We were all over the place. Sheffield United had more chances, especially in the second half. The first half was kind of boring, to be honest. In the second half, they came out firing. They had 16 shots in the second half out of their 20. And the guys, bent as far as they could, and then they broke at the end when Fullwood broke through on his goal. But then again, they are a top 6 team in the league, so giving them a run for their money, it's a moral victory. It doesn't count for much, but it's what I got at this point. We were at home against Villa next, and we won 4-2. This was a good game. Tom Collins had a 14th minute goal. Stankovic had a brace goals in the 30th and 59th minutes. Dylan Mackin had a 41st minute goal. I really thought we kind of had the clean sheet wrapped up because Villa just didn't do much. And then Andrew Hindle and Adam Armstrong had goals 5 minutes apart in the 70th and 75th minutes. We were a lot quieter in the second half. I went from attack to standard. We ended up with just 4 shots in the second half. Overall, we had 16 shots, 9 on target. We also had a woodwork hit that really should have gone in. 4 kill-cut chances, 4 half chances, decent possession advantage. Phil had 7 shots, 2 on target, but they scored both of those. I don't know. This was a win. It was a good win for us, but maybe I'm expecting too much. I was expecting more. And honestly, I should have been happy with that 4-2 win because we played Sheffield Wednesday next away, and they are also a top 6 team in the league. And we lost 3-2 on a Jake Rodbert 92nd minute goal. That was annoying. Patrick Benson had a 49th minute goal. Paul Egan had a 69th minute goal for Sheffield Wednesday. Stankovic had a brace goals in the 9th and 52nd minutes. They had 22 shots, 8 on target. I'm surprised they didn't have more goals, but Ward was really solid between the sticks. His score doesn't reflect it. And the defense, they were okay. Gardner again had a bad game. We had 8 shots, 4 on target, no clear-cut chances. They had 22 shots, 8 on target, 2 clear-cut chances, and a woodwork save that barely glanced the post. I don't know why they're counting it. In the end, though, we didn't put the ball in the net often enough. We had our chances. We just cannot make the most of them. Rodber's goal came off an Egan miss. Egan had a really hard shot that Ward blocked, but it fell right at Rodber's foot, and he kicked it past a diving Ward. I can't I can't blame Ward for not stopping it. He did a really good job this game. His score doesn't reflect it as usual. Sheffield Wednesday could have had a lot more. After the Sheffield Wednesday game, we were home against Reading, and this was a good win for us. A 2-0 victory, keeping the clean sheet. Dom Carson had an 85th minute own goal for Reading, and then Nigel Wilson had a 93rd minute goal to put the game out of reach. Reading just wasn't really involved in this game, and if it weren't for the fact that 8 of our shots were from distance, we could have gotten at least 2 more goals. We had one woodwork hit that I think I'm still hearing the noise. For whatever reason, the guys just... Reading wasn't playing deep. The defensive line was actually kind of high most of the game. I switched to counter to try and get behind it. And that's where a lot of our chances came from. But for whatever reason, the guys were just taking shots 5, 7, 9 yards outside the box. And yeah, some of them were close, but close isn't going to cut it. We had a huge possession advantage, 17 shots, 9 on target, but only 1 clear-cut chance. And I really thought this was going to be a draw until the Carson own goal happened, and then Reading just fell apart. We had 11 of our shots came in the first half, but 6 of the shots, the vast majority of those came in the last 10 minutes of the game. At least that's what it felt like. So because of the other teams around us and how they've been performing, we are currently in 6th place, which is the last playoff spot for the league. 39 games played, 18 wins, 10 draws, 11 losses, a goal differential of plus 15 for 64 points. Our play has been inconsistent at best these last 5 games, but the other teams around us have been fairly inconsistent as well. With the exception of Sheffield United, they've lost 4 of their last 5 to really fall down the table. The battle for the playoff spots is going to be pretty tight. Crystal Palace, Reading, and myself are all within 3 points of each other. I'm a point behind Sheffield United. I think the top 4 spots are spoken for. It's just going to be a matter of which one of Sheffield Wednesday, West Ham, Norwich, and Wolves will finish in the automatic promotion spots. And which of the 4, the 6 of us, is going to finish in the promotion playoffs. So today we are playing Millwall at home and Rotherham away. So I will come back with the best 11 for the Millwall game, and we will start that in just a bit. Oh, we also had our youth intake, and frankly, it was horrible again. I think everyone from Gavin Butler to Josh Gadigan came in on the youth intake, with the exception of Khalid Corner, who has been here a while. He just was one of those automatically generated players for the youth team. The best quote-unquote player that we managed to get in was Luke Burton, who frankly would probably never see the team for us even if we were in the Vanarama South. It's one thing I'm really trying to get the club to work on is getting our facilities and everything built up. The problem is we've only got a 2.5-star national reputation. Our finances are secure. We're doing okay there. I'll show you that in just a second. But if, I go to our facilities, adequate corporate facilities, adequate training facilities, no data analysis facilities, below average youth facilities, and a youth level of 0, which is the lowest paid level you can have. If I go to the board, for some reason, all of a sudden they've started on this. We'd rather you sign first team ready players, which is new to me because I don't remember that being part of any contract ever. Can I improve the data analysis facilities? Hey, they'll do that. Finance-wise, we're doing okay. Still have an overall balance of $3.2 million in the positive. We're losing a little bit each month. Not a lot, but enough that it's noticed. In terms of the course of the season, we're going to end up in the red. We were actually positive last month, but that's mostly because of the away game we played at Man City for the FA Cup. That was a full crowd in their stadium, and we got half those receipts, which was very, very nice. Almost 55,000 people. frankly, the board's stance is just frustrating because there's a decent possibility that we're going to be in the playoffs with an outside chance of getting into the Premier League, which is way, way too early for this team, which seems to be a theme for this save. I keep planning for a 3 and 4 year stay in these divisions, and I get promoted right away. If you told me I'd only spend 1 year in League One, I would have thought you'd been nuts. If I get promoted this year, that's 2 years in the Championship and in the Premier League, and I'm going to get sent right back down because I just don't have the quality of players or the facilities. Maybe if I do get promoted, I use whatever pull I have with the team to essentially browbeat and blackmail them into upgrading things. So, the only positive that's come out of the board lately, other than the new data analysis facilities, is that I'm studying for my Continental A license. I've also managed to get a really bad tan, and my hair has gone completely white. That's just annoying. Anyhow, I'm going to come back with the Millwall game in just a sec. Well, today we are hosting Millwall, and we are playing our 4-3-3 with Ward in goal, Gardner, Venturi, Durante, and Colwell as the defensive back four, Collins, Lentil, and O'Hare as the midfield three, Kramer, Stankovic, and Rivero up top as the strikers. Millwall's playing a 4-4-2 with Ripley in goal, Gibson, Cooper, Gibbon, Leon, Lyons as the defensive back four, Lemeka, Johnson, Hodge, and Noble as the midfield four, Myers and Livy up top as the strikers. And of course, it's raining again. England, what do I expect? We're moving left to right. Collins passes it up into space. Kramer, now his shot bounces off a Millwall player, goes out of bounds. Gardner runs down the ball. Passes to Venturi. Up to Collins. To Stankovic, who holds it up. Almost gets run over by a Millwall player. Sends it to Lentil, who taps it back to Stankovic, but his pass is then errant. Durante steps in front of that pass. Now O'Hare has it, sends it to Rivera. Collins over to Lentil, to Kramer. Collins to Gardner on the outside of the box. Oh, Gardner tapped it forward weakly, and then Kramer stepped up and just absolutely buried it. That was well done. Collins passes to Lentil, to Kramer. Back out to Collins, who sends it to Gardner. Oh, looks like that was an intentional assist like that. Kramer moved up and just kept on running. Okay. O'Hare to Stankovic. His pass was errant, but Durante runs down the Millwall pass. Gardner to Collins, to O'Hare, to Stankovic. Out to Colwell, all alone on the right. Long pass, and Kramer's there. Well done. That's when I really like Colwell, when he's doing stuff like that. Colwell with the throw and another long pass in, but Rivera can't get there. Collins at the top of the box. Nice block by Ripley. Hodge out to Lemeka from Millwall. Up to Myers. To Felivi. His shot bounces off Gardner, who sends it to Venturi. Get rid of it. Not to Millwall, but okay. Lemeka to Johnson, to Myers. Challenged by Durante. He gets back out to Lemeka. Gardner knocks away. Noble's right there. Myers to Felivi. Well, you knew that was going to happen. Too many risky passes in front of the goal. We just didn't clear it in time. Gardner just should have let the ball go out. It would have been a goal kick. Don't know why he headed it away. Ripley with a goal kick. Into the crowd. Stankovic has the ball. To Collins. To O'Hare. To Lentil. Back to O'Hare, who sends it up to Rivero. Crosses it in. Kramer's there, and he scores again. Very nice. That's 2 for him this game. Graphics look a little bit off. Could be just me, though. I'll have to check them out at the halftime if I can. Well, it's 3 goals for Kramer. He's got a first-half hat trick. Halftime, we are thoroughly dominating Millwall. 15 shots, 10 on target to their 6-2. Huge possession advantage. We're going to bring Defo on for Durante. Okay, coming up on 60 minutes, we're going to take Cole out and put Page in. Collins. Felivi knocks it up, but O'Hare runs it down. Centers it to Defo. Back to O'Hare. Up to Rivero. Crosses it in. Stankovic's there, but Ripley with a nice save. Both Stankovic and Al-Jahani got their first international goals the past couple of weeks for the senior teams for their respective countries. Lyons with a throw-in. Felivi taps it to Noble. Sends it back to Lyons. Over to Hodge. Back to Noble, but his pass is errant. Gets stopped by Venturi. Stankovic has the ball now. Up to Rivero. To Collins. Taps it up to Lentil. Back to Collins. To O'Hare. His pass is knocked away. Felivi runs it down for Millwall. Got the numbers, but that doesn't mean much. Myers. His shot stopped by Ward. Nice save there. Free kick to Millwall. Ward with a nice block on Felivi's shot. Only 3 minutes of extra time. And this should be it. Coming up here. Lyons to Felivi. To Coyle. Long pass to Lameka. And that is the game. Well done. Henk Kremer. 9th, 19th, and 42nd minute goals. First half hat trick. 24 shots. 14 on target. Huge possession advantage. Millwall's 23rd in the league, and that's the sort of result I would expect. Well, we have got Rotherham next, so I will be back with that game in just a bit. Well, today we are away at Rotherham, and they are playing a 4-2-3-1 with Crellin in goal, Ward, Murray, Priest, and Crooks as the defensive back four, Pearson and Scully, looks like they're defensive midfielders, Jones, McKeekren, and Simmons up top as the attacking midfielders behind Wolf, who is the striker. We are playing our 4-3-3 with Ward in goal, Gardner, Venturi, Durante, and Keeley as the defensive back four, Collins, Diaz, and O'Hare as the midfield three, Kremer, Stankovic, and Rivero up top as the strikers. Collins just got injured. And the neighbor's dog is barking at his shadow again. Okay. We'll bring on Lentil, move him over to the center, move Diaz out to Mazzala on the left. Potential foot injury. It's always fun. Okay. Half hour in, fairly even game shots-wise. They've had 5 and 2, we've had 4 and 2. We've each had a clear-cut chance. We're a little bit better in the passing game, but they're definitely better in the tackles one department. Keeley with the throw in to O'Hare. Now Keeley has it back. O'Hare sends it to Lentil. Back out to Keeley. To O'Hare. To Durante. Long pass to Venturi. Out to Gardner on the left, who sends it to Diaz. Taps it up to Kremer in space. Crosses it in, but Murray's there. Simmons knocks it up for Rotherham. Wolf has it. He crosses it in, but Keeley knocks away. Pearson at the top of the box. Jones. Nice shot. Far post. Nice crossing by Wolf. Keeley knocked away. Pearson to Jones. Yeah. Ward tried. Right before half, too. That's annoying. Well, Kramer had 3 goals last game. He's on a 6-3 now. So, moving left to right now. Give the guys about the 60th minute to get their act together, see if they can't get the equalizer at least. Rotherham was like 18th in the league. But they were favored for this game, which I'm not really sure why. Ward out to Gardner, to Diaz, up to Kramer. Oh, slide tackled by Priest. Berahino loses the ball, but McEachran gets it, sends it back to Berahino. Back to McEachran, to Pearson, to Berahino. Up to Simmons, crosses to McEachran, and son of a gun. Come on, guys. That was a nice header, but I started Keeley because I wanted to give Colwell a rest, and he's replied with a 6-3. Although to be fair, Garner's on a 6-1. Priest, back to Krellin. Back to Priest, to Murray, to Berahino, but Venturi intercepts the ball. Gardner, up to Diaz. Back to Gardner. Long pass towards Rivero, but O'Hare has the rebound. Up to Rivero. A nice shot. That was a nice pass by O'Hare to get the ball there. Looks like that didn't even touch the ground. Looks like it came over his shoulder and he volleyed it off his foot before it landed. Yeah, we're going to bring McNally on. Still a pretty even game stats-wise. They've had 10-5. We've had 9-5. Stankovic over the crossbar. It's probably our last best chance. 4 minutes of extra time. Grab the equalizer, boys. Krellin taps it to Jackson. Out to Threcold. To Simmons. McNally takes the ball away, Venturi, and that is the game. Blew it. Now, a couple pieces of news. I might be repeating myself from the last episode. I'm not quite sure. I think I made these announcements during the Wolves game, actually. But Durante is back on loan next season. Diaz is back on loan next season. I'm kind of up in the air about Kramer. I may just wait and see who is available in the transfer window before I go back to him. So we shall have to wait and see. So we are going to come back for Preston for sure, and then assuming we are out of the playoffs, do an end of season wrap up. If not, it will be Preston and the first playoff game, and we will go from there. Well, it's been mildly annoying that we're tying or beating the teams we should be losing to, and losing to the teams that, on paper at least, we should be beating. That said, we're challenging for a playoff spot, and seeing as how this time last year we were eyeballs deep in a relegation fight, I'd much rather be in a playoff spot, even though we're not really prepared for it. But I will take challenging for a playoff spot over being in a relegation fight any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Got a couple of hard games coming up. Hopefully we'll stay healthy. Hopefully we'll make it into the playoffs, and we'll see what we're made of there. Until then, we can only play the teams that are put in front of us and put our best foot forward. And frankly, the guys have done everything I've asked them to do this season and more. Couple frustrating performances lately. I think it's because they're tired more than anything else, but if we do get promoted, we're going to have to strengthen the team anyways. If we don't get promoted, we're still going to have to strengthen the team. So the next few games will tell us what's going to happen in that regards. If you liked what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I'll answer them as fast as I can. My name's FM Jellicoe, and I thank you for watching.